Hey everybody, you're watching GTSam. I'm Sam, and we're here with a Ford Focus from 2011 because we have an issue where the temperature gauge goes completely dead, comes right back up, and a check engine light. That's completely strange. Yes, it is, and the reason is because there's a temperature sensor going out. Want to know where that is? Right on top of the engine. You never expect it, but sitting right past here where the coil packs are, right where the spark plugs is. So we're going to go over that and change that today. I'm going to show you how to do it, what tools to use, and the best parts to use it. All in the links down below. But first, let's go over, check out this car real quick, and get right into this. And this is Taylor's car. She came on over because she needs help with this, and I'm more than happy to do it. So we're going to pop right into this. We have all the tools and the parts we need right here. So right here we have our very fancy Ford sensor. This is OEM genuine right here. Right next to it is a super long 19mm extension. So this is going to go all the way deep down to the depths of where the sensor lives into the engine. You're going to see why here in a little bit. Trust me, you're going to want this tool for this job. Get all right over here. So to start off with this, we're going to go ahead and remove some components. All right, the first thing we've got to do is just don't want to remove the coil pack. We just got to unplug it right here real quick. Then on top, it's going to have a little rubber boot. Got to take that off of here. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit warm if you're working on it like I am just after driving. Don't pull too hard because we got a clip under here too. It's right in the front there. Push, clip, comes right out just like that. So as we diagnosed this before and we can confirm that it was going bad, but now here is our super long socket. I have one that goes right about to here, just doesn't fit long enough. Well, I'll show you why. Because once we take this out of here, this is our beautiful brand new sensor. So this has to go all the way over top of everything and then sit right onto there. So maybe it even goes even crazy further, but we don't need that far. Now we should be able to just slide all the way down. See, look at that. Fits very perfectly. A little bit of gap right there for our wrench. And make sure you get the right size. Actually, we need a 1/2 inch, not the other one. So once that's on there, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up. And well, there it was. Just that loose. Sweet. All right. Obviously, you don't want to over torque this or go too crazy with tightening. If you break that in there, well, that's a really bad day because then you are just stuck. Looks nice and oily. All right, let's take a little comparison here. I mean, there's nothing too crazy right here, but I will say that it is interesting that this thing is all covered in oil, where this one has a thread locker on it. So why would a thread-locked thread have oil on it? A little suspicious right there. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. I'm gonna go ahead and reinsert this and tighten to spec. Just like that, ready to install. So I'm just gonna try to drop it in here by hand. There's a little hole down there you can't really miss. And I'm gonna try and tighten it by hand just a little bit. It's kind of sitting there, just like that. Cool. All right, I'm gonna get my socket, help me out a little bit. So this will help because it was oil all over the actual threads and the sensor itself. So it's not supposed to be there. And now it will not be. All right, we're bottomed out, so I'm gonna give it just a little bit of push. There we go. We don't need much, like I said. That's it. Just a little bit. Like I said, don't want to break it, but it's in there nice and snug now. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the connector right back on. Get the right orientation right there. Make sure that clips in and get our nice rubber grommet on top right there. Nice and sitting flush right there. And don't forget your coil pack connector, or you're definitely not gonna run right. All right, and a bonus for everybody, we're gonna go ahead and do the fuel line just because we need to, is leaking out here. All we need for this one is this is gonna be an OEM part once again. I don't want to mess around with any other parts and not fitting right. So this is fitting up perfectly. It's gonna go just like this. I'll leave the description down below for the part number and where to buy this. So we got our tabs right here. We're just gonna pull up on each one, on each side. You might lose a little bit of gas, if that's okay. Have a little rag underneath there while we're doing this. All right, so we have two little tools here. We got a little pick tool, a little screwdriver. So we can go on both the clips right here. So push in on both. Should be able to slide that out just like that. There we go. And make sure you lose your tool as well. Pull that out. There we go, just a little bit of fuel, and now we're catching it. All good. Extra precaution. That was just initial burst of pressure. We're good. Time to roll, see how we did with everything. Make sure nothing spurts out and everything reads right. All right, go for it. Yeah, smooth. It's actually really smooth. Does it sound any different? Yeah? Is it a good sound or a bad sound? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought too. It sounds smooth. I'd call that a win. Its sensor is, well, probably working, so we'll see what happens here as we drive it around for a little while. So we had a little excitement there, a little mishap, but we took care of everything quickly and easily on this vehicle. This was not a hard job, especially if you get the right tools for this project and the right parts. Now, if you want the tools that I used in this video, go ahead, my links in the description down below. Go ahead and check those out. If you want the parts that are OEM for it, go ahead, links down below as well. I couldn't really find anything that was good substitutes that was non-OEM, so I would highly recommend this, especially for everything to fit properly and to get the right readings. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up right there. Make sure you subscribe for more content quite like this and much more. If you have any comments or questions about everything, go leave the comments down below and go ahead and talk about it, help you out in any way, shape, or form. And Taylor, thank you so much for giving me a great project to work on here for you. And so guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you once again. This is GTSam. I'm gonna catch you next time. What that kind of... There's a little pressure still built up in there. So that was your bonus for tonight. How'd you like that?